Carefully heading out of the woods up in the Santa Cruz mountains. Boy, I just found a really cool 111 coupe, a 69 280 SE sunroof coupe. Black plate, California car, tourist delivery. Very cool, hiding in the barn for some years. It's decision time for this 1969 280 SE coupe. I bought the car a few weeks ago out of the Santa Cruz mountains, up in the hills above Santa Cruz. Long-time owner, probably 20 plus years owner, and he'd try to pick away at various restoration projects, cosmetically in the interior, none of which really got finished completely. And he decided that it was time to sell the car. Actually, it's a common scenario. He came to the realization that he wasn't ever really going to be able to finish the car, and so that prompted him to reach out to me and offer the car. And I'm thankful for that. It's a really interesting car. Sold new to a colonel in the Air Force. It was taken delivery. The colonel took delivery at the factory. It was then shipped to Vandenberg Air Force Base in Southern California, where this fellow was stationed. And it's my sense that the car was probably special ordered. It's a really interesting spec, and I think the spec is the big reason that I've decided to go ahead and go forward with it. It's going to be a super rare car once I'm finished with it. So it was ordered Astral Silver with cognac leather, which is a great combination, kind of an unusual combination, I suppose, but beautifully optioned. Ordered factory power sunroof, power windows front and rear, the correct Coolmeister air conditioning, and most importantly, as far as my tastes are concerned, most importantly, manual gearbox. He skipped the automatic transmission and ordered manual gearbox. Also ordered power steering, which is critical. And so this is an interesting spec. I think the market's going to like it. It's my favorite spec. So as I think about all this, plus it's a California car from new, still with its original black and yellow license plates. So this is a really nice combination, and I think I'm going to go forward with it and do it right and create something that I believe the community will embrace. So it's going to go over to my friends at Burlingame Motors. It's definitely a car for professionals to sort out. A lot of loose ends and some straightforward mechanical upgrades. It's been sitting for quite some time, so I want to make the car not only look great, but we want to make it feel the way Mercedes intended them to feel. A properly sorted 111 coupe, that's a nice driving car. So I got a bunch of parts in the trunk, and I'm going to take it over to my friends at Burlingame Motors in a little bit, and we're going to get going on this. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come here. It's been about a month since we began on this project. I mentioned at the beginning of the video here that after thinking about it carefully, the car just wasn't suitable for a private party as is. It was for a professional, and this is what I do. So I decided to go forward with the car and move everything forward, technical aspect of the car, the cosmetics forward, to be able to present the car as a nice, attractive, street quality, high caliber street quality touring event car. You might remember it's a 1969 280 SE coupe, 6-cylinder high grille coupe. Really interesting spec, power windows, power steering, Coolmeister AC, power sunroof, and a manual gearbox, 4-speed manual gearbox, which really gives the car a whole different character. So I thought, okay, let's go forward with it. We've actually now installed all the parts that were in the trunk when I started the video. And I'll walk around the car and I can describe what we did and what we didn't do. We didn't do everything. We wanted to keep the costs in line. And so the end result is a really nice, attractive, comfortable tour and event car. So let's have a look at what we did here and what we didn't do. Fortunately, we didn't have to do any paint work. The car had been painted at one time in its life, and it was painted to a good enough level that once we went through a careful paint correction process and polishing and massaging, the paint came up beautifully. Thank God. I didn't want to paint this car. So we left the paint alone. We didn't have to do any actual paint work, but lots of chrome. The trick is to what I call even out the appearance of the car. Each element of the car really needs to match the other as best possible. So it was obvious the front and rear bumpers, they needed to be done. There was no getting around that. They were original. They had the typical scuffs and damage and so on. So absolutely fresh chrome, front and rear bumpers. I also was able to buy a set of brand new black and yellow California plates. The car originally had ZAP 708 black and yellow California plates, which were of course definitely distressed. So these are brand new, which also really helps the car visually. So at the tail here, everything looks fabulous. Fresh chrome, fresh plates, excellent paint. And sorting out the front of the car was actually kind of fun. Also fresh bumpers. And we rebuilt the grill. The grill was weathered. The badges were badly weathered. And I thought, well, gee, I think I'm going to go locate new badges when I can. And we rebuilt the grill insert, new vertical and horizontal grill bars, straightened the aluminum insert, and boy, the end result is really, really fabulous. Fresh badges. I found these badges to replace the ones that were distressed, and these were all installed by the original owner as he was touring Europe. This is a tourist delivery. And these badges were installed by the original owner, so I really wanted to preserve that element of the car. So with the fresh plates, fresh badges, restored grille, and fresh bumper chrome, the nose of the car is really nice. And it all ties together. It's all even. The quality of the paint, bright work typically is all pretty even. Also, I had a set of pretty fresh wheel covers in stock, so we had those freshly painted, installed those. So the overall effect is really quite nice here. Really a nice street quality, as I say, 280SC coupe. Perfect tour and event car. There was no doubt that the interior needed a lot of help. The prior owner made a stab at it. In fact, he actually had all the dash pads recovered nicely. He had Madeira Woodworks in Goleta, California, take care of fresh dash wood, which looks quite nice. It was burl wood from new, so Madeira restored it. It's been some years ago. There are a couple of areas that are changing a bit and they're bleaching out a little bit, but overall, excellent wood. He also put new correct leather in the car, new cognac leather. Again, some years ago, which is quite nice. But I had to address fresh carpets, both driver and passenger side footwells, the transmission tunnel. Rear seats had been done. They're quite nice. The package panel was simply missing, so we made a fresh package panel for the car. We covered it in leather. So it's all nice and consistent now. It's a nice company environment. Cognac is a lovely pattern. So it looks nice now.